you want to do this before starting your business online, Christian Girl Edition. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Latoya Nicole, and I help authors and creatives publish books and make money online. Are you a Christian looking to start a business online? Well, I know firsthand that starting a business can be very overwhelming, especially if you don't know where to start, because you'll be thinking things like, should I create a website first? Should I order my business cards? Should I start an Instagram? It's like all of these questions start to bombard you. So if you have any of these questions when you're trying to start your online business, look no further, because today I'm going to be walking you through the most important steps that you need when you are starting your business online. Okay, now the very first thing I did when I was starting my business, Entrepreneur's Color 2, was I prayed about it. I actually asked God for a plan or for the idea for my business so that I would know what I should do. I was really into like passive income business and things like that. So I already had a list of things that potentially could be great ideas for me starting a business. But what I actually did before I took a leap on any of those ideas that I already had was I prayed and I asked God, I said, what should I do to create passive income? He actually gave me the name of the first book that I published. So this is going to be the first step that you'll want to implement as a Christian looking to start a business, and that is going to be to seek guidance. Ask God what he wants you to do, what direction he wants you to go. Ask him for the business name, ask him for the business idea, and let him guide you on where you should go. After you pray and ask God for guidance on what he wants you to do, which direction he wants you to go, I want you then to implement these next 5 important steps that you will need if you want to build a successful business. Those steps are who, what, where, when, and why. Okay, let's start with the who. Your who is going to be your target audience. What specific group of people is having a hard time figuring something out? Or what specific group of people is having a hard time getting over something? This is going to help you determine who your target audience should be. For example, in my coloring book business, the specific group of people that I was targeting was myself. So I am my target audience in my business. So my target audience is Black women and women of color. One of the first questions that I ask people all the time that set up one-on-one consultations with me is, who is your target audience? And most of the responses that people give me is everyone. Well, if you are trying to sell to everyone, you really are selling to no one. And you'll lose a lot of money when it comes time to market your business, because you're trying to reach this broad audience instead of specifically narrowing down a specific target of who you want to reach. These are going to be the people that'll have your back and push your brand forward. You win them by solving the specific problem that they're looking for, and then in turn, they will buy your product and tell other people about that product. So number 2, what specific problem are you solving? What is missing? What are some of the target audience's frustrations about this problem? Going back to my business, as I told you, I was my own target audience. And what was missing was diversity in coloring books. So when I would go through Amazon's bookshelf in 2018 to look for coloring books that had myself on the cover, I couldn't find any. So representation was actually missing. And if you by chance already have an audience, you can simply just ask that audience, hey, what do you guys need from me? Sometimes with my email list, I might send out an email that says, how can I help you? Like, where are you stuck in your business? So if you already have an audience or a community, you can simply start by asking them. If you don't already have an audience or a community, you'll want to do what we call market research, which is actually start studying some things that are missing or that you see that you would have loved to have that you don't see available. For example, let's take it back to church. You know how, like, especially on Sunday mornings, when we get out of church, what is going to be one of the first things that we are going to be doing or planning to do when we get ready to leave church? Most likely, you are going to be trying to go get you something to eat because you're hungry. Why don't I see more food trucks sitting outside of churches selling all the foods that we like to eat? So like I said, it's solving solutions to problems. Now, you know, people love some soul food, that good old banana pudding, that good old homemade macaroni and cheese, that good old fried chicken. Why don't food trucks sit outside and wait for people so that people don't have to make an extra stop on the way home if they decided not to cook? They'll just be able to go to the little food truck, get them a plate, and head on home with their family, kick it a little bit, and go on back to church Sunday night. You know? Solving a problem. That's what you are looking to do. Number 3, you'll want to figure out where your people hang out. So depending on your target audience or who specifically you are attracting, what age range you're attracting, this is how you're going to be able to pinpoint where they're hanging out. Is your specific group more established and hang out more so on Facebook? Is your group a younger audience and maybe hangs out on TikTok? What types of blog articles and magazines do they read? Do they go to conventions? What type of conventions do they go to if they do? Number 4, you'll want to know when. When is the best time to launch? Now, this goes back to the foundation that I said to pray before you start so you can seek wisdom. This goes back to one of the things you may want to seek out in prayer, asking what season should you start? I know for me, when God tells me certain things, he doesn't always tell me a specific date, but he may tell me a specific season to start. And if he gives me that season, then I know from there, I'm then going to go and research to see what have others done in this particular genre that I may be able to pull from and perhaps start doing those time frames. For example, with my books, when I was getting ready to publish my first book, one of the things that I did after I knew what season to start, I looked at when is the most prevalent day that most people publish. I was looking for people like New York Times bestsellers and people that had published that were very successful. I looked to study to see, is there a most popular day of the week that most people publish? And then from there, I was able to narrow down the specifics. So you'll want to just look around you, do your research to narrow down when you should actually be launching your specific product or service. And the last very important step is going to be your why. What is your reasoning for wanting to start this specific type of business? Your why is going to be something that you can pull on when you go down the road and you've already started your business and you start getting overwhelmed or feeling like, man, this is not going right. I just need to throw in the towel. I need to quit. I need to start something else. Your why is what you're going to look back on to say, no, I have to stand in there. Don't throw the towel in because I understand that I'm doing this for a greater purpose. I understand that I'm doing this for something that means something to me. So just ask yourself, why do I want to start this type of business? Okay, and so then after you have all these steps in place, you can simply start going to your how. How are you going to implement this? How are you going to provide this solution to your customers? Make sure you're providing value for them. Go ahead and start dealing with the legal entities if you want to start an LLC or, just dealing with the foundational structure of your business. For that, you can reach out to your Secretary of State to get started. So I hope these foundational tips were very helpful to you. And remember, in starting your online business, you're going to make mistakes. We all do. But the key is just to learn from those mistakes and just be willing to stay open and flexible and willing to learn throughout your journey of entrepreneurship so that you can build a brand that you're proud of and a brand that is successful according to what success looks like for you. If you're interested in starting a coloring book business or publishing a book, I do have a free guide that'll help you get started with publishing your free book that I'll link below. Also, I do try to respond to comments the first hour or so after I post, but if you need a more one-on-one tailored response to your specific brand or getting your ideas in place, feel free to set up a one-on-one with me. I'll also link that below for you as well. Make sure you like and subscribe below to learn more ways to make money online. And if you're experiencing a little fear or just afraid to get out there or you need a mindset shift or a little push forward, then make sure you watch this video about how to overcome fear and start your business. And until next time, bye-bye.